Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn January 12, 2022. You would feel great wherever you saw it. It is very likely that, from this moment, you would leave the strange steps that led you to feel that you would not go back in well-being for a while. You would affirm that you are a person extremely capable of dealing with whatever it takes to not give up. It is the transition from Leo to Virgo that would help you feel that you have everything clearer. A lot of clues would get in your way as if to know if your attitude would be correct. That is why you would trust the energy of the waning moon, allowing you to go out with your head held high. You would present one of the best energies on this day, where potentially everything would have an absolute change. You would recognize that, as of today, you have to be more consistent with what you have not been able to obtain solutions to. For this it is like the trine between Mars and Venus, it would open in prosperity for you. Today, motivation is not your strong suit. If you have to work, it will seem boring and monotonous. If you stay home, you will find everything boring and repetitive. Do not get carried away by that pessimism. The situation is temporary. Take a deep breath, and if you have to leave things for tomorrow, then do it. The most important thing is that you do not try to occupy yourself to forget. That will only lead to excessive tiredness. You have to learn to transform energy and use it as fuel. The pace of your life tends to be more calm and indolent. This will allow you to refocus on yourself and focus on your projects. Take stock of the practical details. Your thinking skills will be very useful in finding solutions, saving time, and developing good ideas. Indeed, today you will have the opportunity to prove your skills. So do not hesitate unnecessarily. Bet on your common sense and your know-how. Your feelings are mutual, you have nothing to fear, your love life is changing. Today you should receive an emotional offer that you have been waiting for a long time. Hope gives life. You were right to be patient. Your youth would not have to do with your age, it could be that you fill up with good energy after having realized that everything is getting better for you. Therefore, it is better that you do the right thing, making your energy speak for you and seeing yourself regenerated after a while to date. Today is a good day for reunions. So don't be surprised. If you have to work, dress up well and use sympathy and good humor as your weapons. Whether you have free work or not, take a walk around the city, visit a museum or go to the park, if time permits. In any case, connect with others today. It is possible that if you are in the right place, at the right time, you will meet someone who will interest you in friendship or romance. Given the bad aspects of Pluto, we strongly advise you to avoid tinkering, washing your windows, or climbing on any object located more than a meter above the ground today. Or take out helmets, elbow pads, and knee pads because you are likely to end up with all four irons in the air. It might be the perfect day to try out calmer activities like macrame or oil painting. Also, avoid the kitchen. A pot of boiling water soon meets a right hand. Do not be alarmed by what is happening around you. Financially, the recovery would begin if you only discovered that you are a much more savvy person for business than you have thought. In that sense, there would be no doubt that everything would begin to be seen in financial equilibrium. You have the number 8 available, which, without a doubt, would make you feel calm. Imagine that you are driving at full speed, and suddenly you run into a huge obstacle. An alternative would be to avoid the speed bump, standing firm on land where you know there is safety and satisfaction, but where you have a limited view of the world. The other option would be to hit the obstacle head-on and fly through the air. Who knows where you would land? Sometimes when you leap into the unknown, what awaits you is an incredible adventure. You are taking a significant lead in your projections for the future. Here you are on the stage to act concretely and positively on the material level. Indeed, you are finally making the decisions to achieve the goal sought for a very long time. Bravo, your daring pays off. You start calm and suddenly the pace picks up. Your day can get carried away without your having anticipated, but since you are reactive, you will quickly cope without too much difficulty. You could suddenly blush after a person has made love have a place for you again. You would find that a good talk would fill you with absolute prosperity. After a while, it would not be difficult to think that you have the energy of the waning moon at your disposal to enjoy what is coming for you. News from a relative will affect you today. This will shake you up a bit, but in due time you will realize that things are not as bad as they seem. Find out the facts first, before you react. It is important that you act on the situation and do not act out. This person will need your support. You are very sensitive. Even after many years of living together, you still feel butterflies deep in your stomach. With your spouse, you are on an equal footing, and this creates an extraordinary bond. If you are single, you will tend to imagine the future from the first kiss. However, take your time to build up some confidence. Love is the strongest of all passions. It attacks both the head, the heart, and the body. You would suddenly feel that everything has a cloudy meaning when a couple of people are begging for you to access documents that would help you in your activity. That is why the best thing that can happen to you is to feel that you have the strength and patience to discover the method that will make you reach what you need to complete your journey. It is time for the waning moon to be conducive to you. Usually, you prefer to approach events with a practical and scientific attitude, but today you feel especially intuitive and more aware of the other worlds, so it will be more difficult for you to act as you always do. Certain uncomfortable feelings you've had about news events turned out to be accurate, which can be a bit unnerving. Remember that there is so much in the universe that it cannot be explained through logic or science. If you have worked for several years in the same company, the time will be ripe for a noticeable change in your professional situation. You may receive a proposal that you did not expect, but which will reassure you about the quality of the work you produce daily. The position of Mercury will induce in you doubt as to the position to adopt and the consequences potentially induced by this change. Trust your judgment, which will help you make the right decision. Don't we say, "At hell is paved with good intentions"? Those around you want to come to your aid at all costs during this difficult period, and you precisely need someone to leave you alone. Thanks to the influence of Mercury, you will undoubtedly find the right words to express your will without seeming ungrateful. A diplomat by nature, you know how to be tactful and make yourself respected while sparing the susceptibilities around you.